Our next question, Jim, sent in to CornyDriveThru at gmail.com from R.W. Hardy. I watched a Midnight Express's match with the Southern Boys from Clash of the Champions where Stan and Steve Armstrong have a karate face-off.
It was Tracy. And it was the Great American Bash in Baltimore 90.
So everything's wrong about this so far.
Yes, so far. But everything else is right.
Jim Ross makes a few comments about Stan's karate skills and mentions that he was a martial arts instructor. Is that all bullshit, or did Stan actually take karate?
No, he did that's how the spot came up. He took karate of Shotokan, something like that, of discipline of karate before he got into wrestling. And he did a little training because he also, remember, Stan is so deceptively youthful. People forget he was 27 when he broke in. And he had worked as a personal trainer at the gym in Greensboro, and he'd done some other thing. And he had done he wasn't like wasn't a goddamn 8th degree Dan black belt instructor but he had trained and done a little coaching in gyms, martial arts and bullshit like that. Right. And Stan's misspent youth continued through his mid-20s because he was working fucking room service at the goddamn Myrtle Beach fucking Hilton when he delivered that tray of Bloody Marys to Flair's room. And Flair said, "Hey, you want to get in the wrestling business, kid?" But anyway, and Tracy had studied a little karate also. And we didn't work with him a ton because we had the best matches on the show. So they needed to put a stop to that. But one of the spot shows we'd worked with Southern Boys, the spot just developed. Tracy'd done a little karate. Stan had been doing the karate for a while. Well, Tracy'd done a little. So as Stan does a little fucking karate stance, Tracy does a little karate stance, and then Stan starts breaking down the fucking, putting his foot on the top rope and stretching the leg, and people start getting into it. So we took that into that bash match because we wanted to do everything we could. It's the Southern Boys in Baltimore and that generic choo-choo train music. And they're coming out wearing the fucking Confederate, colors and everything in Baltimore. So we're like, okay, that was the match that we were most proud of because at the start, they loved us, the Midnight Express, because we're heels. It's Baltimore. It's 1990. And we were established. We've been coming there for years. They didn't give a shit about the Southern Boys, but by the time the match was over, they gave both teams a standing ovation because we tore the fucking house down. So we put everything in there that we could to try to get Tracy and Steve over, including the multiple false finishes, which were a little more complicated than usual for matches of the day, but that we thought would get over the fact that both these teams were equally as good, bring the Southern Boys up to our level. We were more established. And we just hit the fucking fluke of Stan with the karate kick to the back of the head. Ole didn't want a tennis racket. He said, "Well, the Midnight Express, you haven't won a match in a while. Just fuck them. A heel fuck without that tennis racket bullshit." Okay. But anyway, that's what we were doing is trying to do everything with, that we could to get the Southern Boys over. And the people had really liked that karate spot where they would duel it out with, and Tracy would foil Stan at his own game. So that's what we did.
Now, Stan and Steve got Tracy into the business, right?
Yes. Yes, in Tennessee, because Tracy really is from Springfield. So I think it was the run in 84, 85 when the Fabs, they had left the first time and then come back. Maybe it was 85, 86 run, whatever. They were there and had met Tracy and started training him and working out with him. And so they got him in the business there. And then this was fucking 4 years later.